And the Prime Minister has confronted China's Premier after two men were arrested under the Official Secrets Act amid reports of a spy in Westminster. Now, the researcher at the centre of the investigation is said to have linked to several senior Tory MPs, including Security Minister Tom Tugendhat and Foreign Affairs Committee Chairwoman Alicia Kearns. Rishi Sunak has been asked about the security breach and what he said in his meeting with China's Premier.
I obviously can't comment on the specifics of an ongoing investigation, but with regard to my meeting with Vice Premier Li, what I said very specifically is that I raised a range of different concerns that we have in areas of disagreement, and in particular, my very strong concerns about any interference in our parliamentary democracy, which is obviously unacceptable.
And how does that go down?
Well, as I said, we discussed a range of things, and I raised areas where there are disagreements, and this is just part of our strategy to protect ourselves, protect our values and our interests, to align our approach to China with that of our allies like America, Australia, Canada, Japan and others, but also to engage where it makes sense. And actually, I think the right thing to do is take the opportunity to engage, to raise concerns specifically, rather than just shouting from the sidelines.
Well, our People and Politics correspondent Nick Martin is in Westminster for us. And Nick, these are the most serious of allegations, aren't they?
They are indeed, and they go right to the heart of our Parliament. Two men who were arrested back in March. One of them is said to have been a parliamentary researcher with access to top Tory MPs, including those involved in national security and those who may also be involved in matters of classified information. So the suspicion here, the allegation is that one of the individuals who was working in Parliament was working on behalf of the Chinese authorities and in some capacity spying, and certainly that's backed up by what they were arrested on suspicion of. They were arrested under suspicion of offences under Section 1 of the Official Secrets Act. We know one man is in his 30s, the other man is in his 20s. We also know that properties in London were searched. And of course, while Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister, wasn't going to be drawn specifically on this case, he was using the G20 summit in India to go in front of Chinese leaders to say, look, we know that this kind of thing happens, and they were kind of trying to issue some kind of warning against them. But this obviously strikes right to the heart of Parliament, these allegations, and it's extremely worrying. We did hear from the Justice Secretary, Alex Chalk, earlier today, who described it as serious and said that they would be doing everything to look into the matter. But yes, two men who were arrested back in March, subsequently released on bail. One of them, we understand, is allegedly working within Parliament as a researcher with contact to high-level Tory MPs.